In this video we'll review top 6 electric knife sharpener. While a razor-sharp blade may seem intimidating, it is infinitely safer than a dull, poorly maintained knife. Manual knife sharpeners are a fine choice if you feel comfortable with knife care, but if you're unsure how to use a whetstone, we recommend an electric model. The product's linked in the description. For more information, watch the video completely. Let's start it. Number 6. WorkSharp Culinary E5. WorkSharp's machine eliminates the guesswork from knife sharpening. Its trio of settings, shape, sharpen, and refine, depending on the dullness of the blade you're starting with, automatically apply the right amount of pressure and run for exactly 90 seconds. The ceramic-lined belt will work with harder-than-steel ceramic blades, and thanks to the one-sided slots, you can even deal with single-bevel knives specialized for right or left-handed cooks. The main problem with this high-end machine is it offers only one angle setting, 17 degrees. That's a good middle-of-the-road choice that works with just about any knife, but there's no adjustability at all. During testing, we also noticed it required some stabilization. It moved around a bit while we were sharpening, which is a safety concern. Number 5. Chef's Choice 15 Tweezer 15 Edge Select. This particular knife sharpener can be found in restaurant kitchens worldwide. Michael Murdy, the food scientist and chef behind Robust Kitchen, always recommends Chef's Choice and loves the 1515 in particular because it's a more advanced model with features such as 3-stage sharpening and a diamond wheel. The big advantage the 1515 has over the 1520 above is its third and final step, using a flexible abrasive to polish the blade and prolong its sharpness, especially with serrated knives. This sharpener left us with chef-level edges in tests, sailing through the paper and carrots, and producing especially impressively thin tomato slices. What we didn't love was how confusing the instructions and process were. If you're not an experienced sharpener, you'll probably have to read through everything several times before you figure it out. It's also quite a bit more expensive than the Chef's Choice 1520, with the only major difference being in that third polishing stage. Number 4. Presto Professional. We love the jack-of-all-trades nature of the sharpener. It can sharpen serrated knives, thick meat cleavers, tiny boning knives, santokas, hunting knives, really any shape you can throw at it. The 3 slots adjust to fit the width of the blade and delivered an astounding improvement in sharpness after a single cycle. We were impressed at how well the sharpener did with our serrated knife. It improved the edge just as much as with our chef's knife. In our baguette test, the bread knife sharpened with this machine was one of the best of the bunch. The professional EverSharp costs more than the original version above, but it's a lot more versatile and still relatively inexpensive overall. The weakness of this machine in testing was that it didn't quite sharpen all the way to the tip of the blades, especially those with a curved shape. When we performed the paper cutting test after sharpening, we got some tearing as we moved toward the blade's tip. It also tended to scratch the sides of the blade if we put too much pressure on it. That doesn't affect cutting performance, but it's certainly an aesthetic negative. Number 3. Wusthof Easy Edge. Wusthof is one of the best German kitchen brands and makes some of our favorite knives in many categories, so it's not surprising that the brand's knife sharpener also scored well in our tests. This machine is set to a 14-degree angle, higher than the more common 20 or 15 degrees. That gives you more precision and control in cutting, but it works best with hard and expensive carbon steel blades. Many types of stainless steel are too soft to hold the high angle. We loved how user-friendly the Easy Edge was in testing. The instructions were easy to follow to take the knife through its separate shaping, sharpening, and refining stages. The first thing we noticed after sharpening was how little pressure was necessary to cut through the veggies in all our tests. We also appreciated the non-slip layer on the bottom of the sharpener, making it easy to pull the knife through confidently. However, this is a very pricey machine and can only create 14-degree edges. If you know that's what you want, it's a great option. Number 2. Presto EverSharp. If you've never used an electric knife sharpener, this is the model for you. We loved how clear the Presto EverSharp's instructions were. They walked us through exactly how to pull our knives through, what stage to use when, and, most importantly, what not to do. The slots leave no wiggle room from the exact correct angle, and we found that this feature delivered highly consistent results. For the low price, we were really impressed. Our test knife performed well after sharpening, except toward the heel of the blade. The EverSharp just doesn't do as good of a job at the very beginning of each pull as it does towards the end. Number 1. Chef's Choice 1520 Angle Select Professional. Chef's Choice makes a lot of high-performing electric options, but its 1520 machine came out at the very top of the heap in our overall testing of knife sharpeners. Just a single pull through each slot yielded the very sharpest blade from a long list of manual and electric models. It has separate settings for 15 and 20 degree angle sharpening, along with a magnetic block to collect dust and shavings that we found really helpful. It even works with both straight and serrated blades. During testing, we felt like it took some practice to nail the technique. You have to apply just the right amount of pressure and move at just the right speed for perfect results. On the other hand, this is the case with basically any knife sharpener, electric or manual. It's also somewhat bulky for a knife sharpener, even compared to other electric options. If you have room in the back of a cabinet, though, it's worth having on hand. I appreciate you coming along as we looked at the top 6 electric knife sharpeners. We love the Chef's Choice 1520 Angle Select Professional Electric Knife Sharpener for its all-around stellar performance in our tests and its versatility with various kinds of knives. For a more budget-friendly choice, the Presto EverSharp Electric Knife Sharpener simplifies the process of getting the correct angle at an impressively low price. However, choose based on your needs. Remember to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. Tell me in the comments which mouse you're most interested in or if I missed any. Keep moving and exploring till the next time. Glowing Star.